All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Kagadash. Double honor to the apostles of GMS and the sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And I want to go into just a small topic, basically for the upcoming things that's about to happen about this this vaccine that's supposed to be popping up soon. And I mean, it's various other things, but specifically this, because this is going to be the big hype everybody's looking for now. That one ticket out of being stuck in a house or getting back to work to get the whole American dream running again. This is what they're going to look for. So it says Bill Gates, almost all coronavirus vaccines will work by Friday. I mean, it's like by February. So this is when they are planning to get that up and running, or when they're planning on releasing. If that's up to Lord, whether if that goes through or not, but Lord willing, it does. Because hey, I see it as one step to getting closer out of this place. More and more shit's gonna happen, and the men of the Lord are looking forward towards it. We're looking for this place to go down, but I'm not gonna read into the whole thing, mostly because it's not much to go on it. It's just a bunch of repeated things. But it says Bill Gates is feeling optimistic about coronavirus vaccine development. The first two vaccine candidates likely to receive FDA authorization. One from Pfizer, I think it's Pfizer or something like that, and the other from Moderna, appeared to be 95% effective against the virus. But the Microsoft co-founder and co-founder of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation also has high hopes for vaccines that haven't yet made big headlines. So we can see that they're really trying to really push this stuff. This is all geared towards getting that chip. This is just a test run. See how many people is going to fall for it or go ahead and get it. And it's the same way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this scripture real quick. This is Psalms 55:21. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And I'm gonna stop there because this is what we clearly see. It says his words, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. And that's that. Yeah, that's that. Actually, various things, but that's this vaccine. That would be the chip. Various other things, but this is how he's playing it. He's making it seem like this vaccine is going to be all the good. This is supposed to help, but then he's saying that if you don't take it, you can't go to work, you can't go to stores to buy food, you can't do none of these things. But yet, I thought we was in a society where you get a choice. I should have the choice to not take this this vile corruptible thing, and technically I do. It's either I take it or I don't work, or I take it or I don't get to eat. I guess that's the option. But here I thought this was supposed to be a loving Christian society that's supposed to be loving, love everybody. But we can see that's a full blown lie, as it always been. It's been a lie and it always will be a lie. That's why the American dream is nothing but a dream. It says, but what was in his heart? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So they ready to kill a lot of us off. They not just Israelites, but they'll kill off the other low class Edomites too, just for their own little experiments. But they want to keep us to keep this society going. We he Esau treats us like his trophies. So of course he want to keep us oppressed because he's saying that yeah we own these Israelites, we own these niggas. But that's this. But he doesn't. He fails to understand that this is but a short moment. He only controls what the Lord has given him control of. So I'm gonna keep going a little bit into this. It says almost all the vaccines will work, and with very high efficacy levels. Gates told CNN for Fareed Zakaria in an interview on Sunday, I'm optimistic that by Friday, it's likely that they'll all approve very efficiency, efficacious, I believe that's the word, and safe. So they show a list of things that they was going into because this is going to be the big thing. How worried should we be about the next few months of COVID? And it was talking about how they think by the end of the winter it's supposed to be a higher rate of people getting this virus, so they claim. So I think that's even went into it a little bit. Actually, I think that was pretty much all of it. It says, but the world isn't out of the woods just yet. We should be very worried about the next 6 months. Gates said, adding that he thinks the daily death rate from the virus will top 2,000 for much of the winter. He also discussed issues with testing and vaccines distribution. Yet, think those challenges will be met. So, they are getting geared towards all of this. While World War III is pretty much right around the corner, all these other things going on. Hell, you technically have two presidents running at the same time because one president is calling shots and the other one's doing the same thing, even though one of them's been elected or selected, I should say. So this is Job 34 and 29. It says, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only. So what so if he wasn't around, none of this would be going on. Who else would be around to make trouble? Esau is the one who's always going into these other countries, evading, causing all sorts of trouble, making debt, paying, or I should say, funding wars, so he can sow more chaos into the land. And you see, the bigger the bubble, the bigger the bubble is, the bigger the bubble is going to burst. Soon all this is going to crash. And he thinks he's the one who's doing it, but it's ultimately the Lord. So I'm going to get this final scripture right here. This is Micah 2 and 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And it's true that the Lord given them the power in their hand to do these things. But again, it is given. They don't have the power. The power is given. So it says, woe to them that devise iniquity. Destruction to them that devise iniquity. Destruction to Esau for all this stuff. Because he's constantly planning like 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 plans ahead of what he's about to portray on the on TV or the internet or any other way. And we can clearly see that's true, because For example, before GPS was a thing, he put it in movies that GPS existed. And look at this society. Everybody got a GPS. It's the same thing. So Esau's got to pay for a lot of this stuff that he's done, for all this stuff that he's done. Going back from even down to the natives. I won't say Native Americans because they wasn't Americans back then. They was just natives. So Esau's got to pay for all this mess that he's done. And Lord willing, it'll be a great thing to watch. Lord willing, I'm of the elect. So with that, Shalom.